What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to ruin your car with a poorly done wrap. And we have so much to go over. So let's start. Over here by the fog light, we have a poorly done inlay, which is lifting over here. As you can even see, the glue is coming apart, and it goes all the way from here up to here on either side. As we move up further to the light, you can actually see that there is some lifting. This is actually kind of forgivable because lights can vibrate against the fender sometime, resulting in this lifting. If we go further, you can actually see that the installer didn't actually even wrap the entire fender. They only wrapped the surface. So you can just see a thick red line. It's more visible in person. So let's move down further. Along the fender, you have further lifting over here, likely because this mirror assembly wasn't put in properly, so it's been vibrating against this, causing it to lift. Speaking of the mirror, it has its own lifting problems. Right over here, you can see it's lifting, and it's lifting over here too. These are two different materials. This is Avery Gloss Black, and this is Vivid Satin Chrome Rose Gold, which is actually a discontinued material, so they don't make it anymore. As we move along further, you can see over here that this handle has something underneath it. I don't know what, or it's lifting. And this button was wrapped over without trimming around it. Now, you're typically supposed to trim around these buttons because if you don't, over time, you're gonna press them and they're going to develop cracks because the wrap is going to get stressed over and over. And you also see a lot of lifting going around the wrap over here. And furthermore, there's a random inlay for literally, I actually can't even think of a reason here. This, I don't know why it was done. Maybe there's some explanation, but we're probably never going to find out. Furthermore, there's a tiny bit of lifting over there. Nothing severe, but still worth pointing out. You know, you pay almost $4,000 for this stuff, so you'd expect at least $4,000 worth. So the installer broke the bracket for this back bumper. As you can see, it sticks out substantially. If I put the camera even with the car, you can see it sticks out a good 2-3 millimeters, which is pretty ugly actually. That's typically kind of something you see with aftermarket parts, but this is a factory bumper. So this bumper was repainted after it was stripped. The paint was stripped by the wrap installer, and he didn't want to remove the bumper because he assumed that there would be some liabilities he would deal with. So he only wrapped it with the bumper being on the car, and he didn't even put the backup sensors in. So the backup sensors over here and over here, that one's actually sunk in, aren't even installed or wrapped. So, you know, who cares about treating your customers right? Just blame them. Your YouTube fans will probably eat it up. Over here, there's something underneath the wrap. I actually have no idea what this is. It's not rust because this car was bought off a showroom floor. Furthermore, the trunk just has a random seam going along all the way through the top up to here. I don't know why, but, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Now, this is actually probably one of the worst parts of the car because this is a giant quarter panel. The quarter panel for the Genesis Coupe begins from here and goes all the way along to here, past the mirror. If you look in the gas cap here, it's actually lifting. This is a pretty big stress point because they typically have to cut and then fold it in, but it's lifting over here, and eventually this whole quarter panel will have to be rewrapped because of that in a material which no longer is made. So have fun. Over here on the bottom part, you have some lifting. So far it's about, I'd say, a good fingertip, so that's like about 2 centimeters beneath the surface of the bumper. Eventually it's going to lift up to here, and then you'll have to rewrap the bumper too, which is another major issue. As I was mentioning with the button, because this is the driver's side, it gets used more. You can see it is cracked over there. That's typically what happens, and you can see a similar kind of lifting. It's not as visible on camera, but it's there. The mirror isn't as bad on this side. There's a bubble over there, which I just pushed out, and slightly similar peeling, but not the exact same. Yeah, and you know, similarly on this side, you have the same poorly done seam. It goes all the way along the top to about here. I don't have the keys with me at the moment, but inside this door jamb, it's wrapped in gloss black on either side actually. And there is substantial lifting on the door jambs. I don't want to say peeling because it's still on it, but it has started to lift to the point that you can't press it back on. So I just wanted to give you guys some awareness of what happens when you pay for a wrap shop to do a wrap for your car when they don't back their own work. Don't trust everything on YouTube, because it's not everything they say isn't exactly the truth. So thank you.